Hi, I'm Amsley Sinkvile, and welcome to the Roundtable. We'll have informed opinions, and things may get a bit heated as I'm joined by John Kipper and Dustin Hoffman. Good evening, guys.
How's it going?
Pretty good. So, as Devin and Michael just talked about, the Final Four starts Saturday. Hands down, the biggest story is Kentucky. The last team to go undefeated in college basketball was the 1976 Indiana Hoosiers. This year, the Wildcats are threatening as they stand at 38-0. John, do you think that Kentucky can go the distance?
Oh, Amsley, I absolutely do. 38-0 is a very tough thing to do. Kentucky was able to do it. This team has all sorts of size, easily the biggest team in the Final Four. They got challenged a little bit last week against Notre Dame. Notre Dame took them down to the wire, but John Calipari's team ended up coming up on top, and I think they're better than Wisconsin. I think they're also better than Duke and Michigan State. I think they are going to take it.
Okay, so Devin, we heard from John, but I mean, Kentucky doesn't have it easy. They're going to get challenged.
Yeah, all these teams are here for a reason in the Final Four, and they're all blue blood programs. Like, you have Michigan State with Tom Izzo, and you can never count them out, but they're a bad matchup for Kentucky, so I don't think if they get there that they'd really stand much of a chance. So that leaves Duke and Wisconsin. You have Duke, traditional, but I think Wisconsin matches up best with Kentucky, and they have Kaminsky and Decker, and if those two are on, and Decker's shooting from three like he did against Arizona, they should easily win that game.
All right, thanks, guys. That was some pretty good stuff. It should be an intense weekend, but we will be back a little bit later talking about Major League Baseball. Now, back to Devin and Michael. Welcome back to the Roundtable. The Major League Baseball season starts Sunday, and from the looks of it, the field is pretty much wide open. I'm a Stros fan myself, and looking at this lineup and having Jose Altuve back, Houston may not have any problems this year. Pretty excited about it. But John, what are a couple teams that you're looking forward to watching?
Well, first of all, Amsley, I'm not so sure about those Astros. You're getting a little ahead of yourself now, aren't you?
I really don't think so. I think that the AL West, in that division, they're going to end up top three.
Okay. All right, well, that AL West division, there's some decent teams in there, and the team that I have been winning the entire American League is the Seattle Mariners. This is a team that was one game away from the playoffs last year. What did they do? They added the top home run hitter in baseball, Nelson Cruz. They still have one of the best right-handed pitchers in Felix Hernandez. He was Cy Young caliber last year. And then later on in the rotation, they have one of the hottest prospects in baseball in Taijuan Walker. He was one of the best players in all of spring training. So I think the Mariners definitely looking good. On the other side of things, for the National League, Los Angeles Dodgers. This is a team with one of the best pitchers in entire baseball, maybe the best pitcher in Clayton Kershaw, Zach Greinke and Ryu, 2 and 3. This is arguably the best 1, 2, 3 pitching staffs in baseball. And then you have the fact Yasiel Puig batting third for them. He can bat leadoff as well. So many different things he can do for the Dodgers. I think we'll see a Dodgers-Mariners World Series.
All right, so Mariners, Dodgers, but Dustin, we cannot we cannot take out the Nationals. I mean, looking at their roster, seeing them on paper, they look exceptional. So do you think that they can meet expectations?
I do. They have some pretty high expectations, but with this starting pitching staff that they have, these 5 guys, and bringing in over Max Scherzer, it's going to be a pretty, they're saying maybe historic lineup, and highest ERA of all those guys is 3.58, and you have Strasburg, Zimmerman, Pfister, and Gonzalez. They're going to be a pretty good team.
All right, good stuff again from the Roundtable. Thanks, guys, and we will be back later in the show to talk about a Husker baseball team that is playing just as well as those early 2000 teams. Now back to Devin and Michael. Welcome back to Star City Sports. We're here for the final segment of the Roundtable. The Nebraska baseball team is on fire. The surprise to me is how well the bullpen is performing. Dustin, who has stood out to you on the mound? In 23 wins on the season, looks like it's going to be a great team. Now let's go back to Devin and Michael.